Before Christ, I was lost. I came from partying, alcohol, girls. That was my life. I thought I was a good person. I thought I was respectful, and I believed in God. I thought I knew what love was, but there were definitely a lot of drinking, just the worst of the worst. And I always thought, it's just my life. That's how it is.
Well, before Christ, I was very much a control freak, and I had my own plan, and I was headed down that path as fast as I could go. I knew everything there was to know. I was arrogant in that way, and I was just following my own way. I didn't need anyone. I certainly didn't think I needed God in my life. I just acknowledged that He was up there, but I didn't make room for Him, and I didn't know Him. Just out of college, I got pregnant out of wedlock and had an awesome, precious little boy. That definitely put a kink in my path in terms of the fact that I hadn't planned it, but I continued on down my path, still feeling like I didn't need God. Ryan and I met in the 5th grade. We were really good friends growing up, lost touch after high school, reconnected in our early 20s, and decided to get married.
When we got married, I went into the marriage thinking that I had certain rights as a man. I felt like I had a right to take a break from the family when I wanted to, go play golf, drink some beer, and we just did not connect. And ultimately, drinking led to infidelity.
You wonder why we didn't connect. The behavior was just so negative in our house that it turned me into a nagging, mean, awful person, and after years of this, we were just done. It got to the point where there was no turning back. It was dead, and I actually had an appointment with a divorce attorney on a Monday morning. Ryan's brother and his wife invited us to go to Journey, and we came in the door as individuals very, very far apart. We both feel like Jesus was definitely speaking to us as individuals and as a couple that day. It was like there was no one else in the room, and He had cleared out the entire message just to speak to us. It was that powerful. It was the sun stand still story in Joshua, and we both in that moment lifted up a sun stand still prayer, because what we heard Jesus say was, there's an impossible situation that you're facing, and you have done everything that you can to fix it, and we knew that we had. And He said, if you've lost hope, just lift it up to me and I'll take care of it. That's what we heard, and that's what we did. And we walked out of that church changed people because of what we heard straight from God.
Yeah, it didn't fix us right then, but we both knew that that was a starting point of just something new, something that we hadn't had in a long time. Ultimately, I think right then and there is where I learned what love was. That's where I realized, Jesus is love. And if you think you love your wife, you can't love your wife if you don't have Jesus.
Last Easter, Ryan and I decided to surrender our lives to Christ together, and without that decision, our lives and our marriage and our family would not be the same. Because I made the decision to follow Jesus, He has blessed me in many ways, and I'm really excited that on April 23rd I get to step into what I believe is His calling for my life, my purpose for being. I'm joining the Journey staff as J-Kids director, and I'm very excited and honored to be able to invest in our J-Kids and teach them Jesus on their level.
After I accepted Jesus Christ, I was saved in so many ways. I was saved from alcohol addiction. I was saved from immorality. I learned how to love my wife, my family. I knew my responsibility as a man to take care and lead my family. And I still pray every day for Jesus just to show me how to lead my family.
I would say to anybody who believes that God doesn't count them, that they don't matter to God, that God's given up on them, or they can't find their way, or they're facing an impossible situation, whether it's in their marriage or a debt or just some act that they committed that they think God's turned his back on them. They couldn't be more wrong. Wherever you are, you're never too far away. All you have to do is turn around. Just pray that sun stand still prayer, and he will respond. If you just let him in, he will do miracles in your life and turn your mess into a beautiful miracle.
You can't go too far. You can't fall too deep. He is always there. I think that's one of our main purposes, to realize we're not in control, and we have to count on him to get through. And the harder and the deeper and the further we fall, I think it's more evident when he pulls you out.
To the person out there who's wondering if they should accept Christ tonight, I would say give it up, give in, give it to him. Your way will never be the right way, because that's not the way it's supposed to be. He loves you so much, and he just wants to make your life wonderful. He wants to help you make your life count. What's on the other side of that decision is worth everything that you've ever been through. That love and that grace is unimaginable. It's the most precious gift you will ever receive. Just give it up to him right now, because your life's going to change and it's going to be awesome.